just looking up a couple things before I wanted to get started here. Basically, I was just trying to remember where I left off. Maybe I should have hit start stream before looking. So I was thinking today we can go ahead and start trying to figure out our next steps. I mean, we basically use ChatGPT to figure out what possible, well, like a possible package layout, also the possible files that could be needed for this. So that's why we have all these like test files over here, because I'm sure we're probably not going to use all of them. Considering we are just trying to create a simple, basic user login with Spring Security. Oh boy. So I'm just over here on my other monitor looking up certain tutorials. Because yeah, I've never built one before, especially not from scratch. Well, I guess we could at least start out with the user test, anyways. I also think I got some like weird winter allergy thing going on. Like my eyes been like watering all damn day. Boy, oh boy. Let me drag this screen over here. And then I will set it down here in this bottom left hand corner. And then we will click on this to put this up here. So yeah, I've just been checking out some of these, just trying to figure out exactly what they're doing, what they're starting out with. This one seems pretty basic. This one seems to focus strictly on Spring Security form logins. And it goes in with like a bunch of like XML stuff. This one, I haven't really looked it over yet. This is adding a login to your Spring Boot app in 10 minutes. It's either adding in the dependencies. This person really went all out on it, didn't he? So what does this say? Oh, so this looks like it's just setting up a Spring Boot, but it says login with MySQL. Okay. Uh-huh. This might be an example that we're looking for. And it's using time leap too? Shit. You know, we may just use this as our example. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so in this tutorial right here, so it's a Spring Boot registration and login with MySQL database tutorial, which is nice because we are going to be using MySQL, and this will be my first time ever using it as well. So I would have to look up on exactly to set it up. So this would be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and bookmark this as well. And then if I doubt this is going to have all the like Spring security stuff, so then we can go back to the other tutorials and like add in all the Spring security stuff as well. Let's take this and throw it up over here. Okay, now let's go over this one. What? In the hell? Okay, never mind. So we're going to throw this one up over here as well. I doubt we're going to come back to it today, but who knows? What about this one? Yeah, we'll keep this one up too. We'll use them to reference each other. And of course, we'll use ChatGPT as well. Okay. I saw recently, I guess an article that they're gonna be making like a subscription version of ChatGPT for like $20 a month. Oh my god, that's expensive. If they do both a free version, which takes a bit longer to access stuff compared to like their paid version, which is like Snappy or some shit, I think I would rather use their free version because $20 a month? Good god. Alright, so let's start with here. Oh yeah, it looks like the dependencies that they're going to be using is going to be Spring Web MVC, Spring Data GPA with Hibernate, Spring Security for. Oh wait, so they are going to have Spring Security in here. Ooh, okay. Time Leaf, HTML5 and Bootstrap 4. I've never used Bootstrap. JUnit 5 and Assert J. I'm not sure what Assert J is, but I guess this is going to be a very interesting. This may be just what we need. See, create a Spring Boot project and configure dependencies. Okay, so we got our dependencies. And we need to extract all these as well. Okay. So now, you know, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT something real quick. In regards to the DTO user files, as well as the regular user files, I wonder if I should move my DTO underneath the model package as well. Let's see. respectively. Let's see what this says. So what I'm interested in, because okay, that's what I thought. Because the way I've always used it was always just three basic packages. Fuck, what were they? It was always controllers, data, and models. This would be the first time I'm getting into DTOs and stuff like that too. So, if that's the case, let's go ahead and take this DTO package and move it inside of model as well. Yeah, we're gonna refactor it that way. Cool. Okay. So that's how we'll do it. So the way, oh my god, I can't talk. So yeah, the question I asked was, in my Java Spring application, I have both a user.java and a user.dto.java file. They're separated by packages, user and DTO respectively. Can both of these packages be considered sub-packages to the model package? It says yes, both packages can be considered sub-packages of the model package. The model package could contain multiple sub-packages for different components or aspects of the application's data structure, such as user and DTO, which could contain the classes that represent the user and the user data transfer object respectively. Organizing classes into packages can help to structure and organize code and make it easier to maintain and manage. So that's nice. That's kind of what I was hoping for, because I didn't want the DTO just to be out here when they're pretty much the same thing, so to speak. They're gonna contain the same information. Okay. So now we're going to, on this one, let's see, Spring Boot DevTools is optional, but I recommend it. For using the Spring Boot automatic reload feature to save development time, you can also notice the IDE includes the dependency for JUnit automatically. So with the way this is laid out, I can already tell he's using Maven. Spring Boot uses JUnit 5, which is JUnit Jupyter by default, and the exclusion means that no support for older versions of JUnit. Oh, so talking about exclusions is right here. See, now he's going to create the database and configure the data source. It says use MySQL Workbench or MySQL command line client program to create a new database name. You can choose the name you want. You know what? Let's go ahead and see if we can do that. What did he do? Yeah, I'm gonna try the Workbench. I've never used this program at all whatsoever, so I have literally absolutely no clue what it is that I am doing. No, let's move that down here. Do we go to here? Let's see here. So we just gotta figure out how to create one. This is new model. I don't know if that would be the way it is. Huh. Wait, so would I just click here then? I have no clue. Okay. So let's go ask. So I want to use MySQL. Whoops. See, I am unsure how to create a new database in the Workbench. Can you provide? Let's see, can you provide detailed
steps on how to create a new database utilizing. Hey, what's going on, Pinks? Utilizing my SQL workbench. Oh man. Hey, did you hear about the new subscription model they're gonna be coming out with? It's expensive. Let's see what we got here. Open the workbench, okay, and connect to your MySQL server. Hey, I don't got a server yet. I haven't seen nothing about that. I just saw about the that $20 subscription. I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. I'd rather just do free. Let's see. If we do not have a MySQL server yet. Alright, well, I'll just go ahead and try this because I think if I install all this, I think it installed the server as well. So we'll go ahead and just try this. See, click on data export import. Where the fuck is that? Yeah, we're on Workbench 8. Ah, okay. Yeah, I haven't checked into any of the other AI stuff yet. I've just only just used ChatGPT. I don't even know about any of the other ones except for that character AI one that you told me about. And I haven't even had the time to play with that yet. Oh boy. What is this page? Hmm. Oh, is it? That's pretty cool. So I think I have to click on this first to load shit. Oh, what is this? Huh. I guess I have to figure out how to set up well, this looks like it has a server running. Maybe. But there's no connection established for anything. Oh, it just says stop. I'm used to like buttons where it's like hit play and you have to hit stop. This just says that stop. Huh. Okay. Alright, let me take this to another window real quick. I don't even know if I have a server going. Let's see. Let's see what this tells me. Okay. So we have the application open. Click on the server menu in the main menu and select data export. Oh, that's weird. Oh. I just crashed my SQL workbench on my other screen. Oh, so you know one thing I never noticed so I've been thinking back about the other day, I think it was like maybe last week when you told me that the music was way louder than like my voice and stuff. Well, I just realized today that like my headphones, because I listen to everything on my headphones, but I forget from where I'm on my computer late at night. I have this habit of keeping my headphone volume down to like stupid low to where I can hear it, so she can't. Because like even if I have my headphones up like halfway, I can't hear it, but she can hear it plain as day apparently. So I have to keep my headphones down super low. So I'm thinking that everything's really loud, or not really loud. So I turn everything up. And then I'm guessing on stream everything's like super stupid loud. But to me, it's like, man, I can barely hear shit. And I just noticed that today because my headphone wasn't popping up on my screen. So I was like, well, I had to reconnect that shit. So I reconnected and it popped up and it was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Let's see here. So on the workbench, it keeps every time I hit start server, it goes to not responding. So I'm not gonna even touch it. We'll just let it run. Meanwhile, we'll just go back over here and read over this and see what it says. So it wants us to go to the application.properties file, which is gonna be up here under resources. And then it wants us to add in these right here. So we're gonna go ahead and copy and paste this for now, and paste these in here. And then we're just gonna comment them out. And we'll just come back to them later once we can fully get to that step. So I don't want to spend that entire time just trying to get that MySQL server running and shit like that. I may just, maybe after the stream or something, or later tonight, I'll just uninstall MySQL altogether and then reinstall it and see if I can get it running that way. Okay, so it says, then open the Spring Boot configuration for applications.properties under your source main resources directory. Enter the following properties for configuring a data source that will be used by a Spring Data JPA. And here we have auto create. Then we have this data source, which will go to MySQL, the local host 3306, and connect to the database. But we're going to name ours probably personal budget or something. Then we're going to have a username and password and then default root password. And then we're going to have properties format SQL true. And then it says, now that we set the auto to create, in order to let Hibernate create the tables, when we run a unit test in the next section, other properties are self-explanatory. Are they though? Are they really self-explanatory? Because I don't understand a goddamn thing what any of these mean. So you know what? Ugh. Did I spell thoroughly right? Apparently not. Oh, my English teachers would all be disappointed in me. All right, sweet. This is going to tell us everything we need to know, what we want to know. Wow, workbench is still frozen? Good God. Okay. We'll just close it out. Huh. Okay. I was fucking around with something while that was being written up. Okay, so for the explanation for each line, so for auto create,
This line configures the Hibernate property hibernate.hbm2ddl.auto, which is used to automatically create or update the database schema. The value create specifies that the database schema should be created automatically based on the entities defined in your application. The Spring data source that URL that connects to the database. This line sets the URL of the database that the application will connect to. The URL starts with JDBC MySQL, which indicates that it's a MySQL database and that it can be accessed using the JDBC driver. The localhost 3306 part of the URL specifies the host and port of the database server, while the code Java DB part specifies the name of the database that the application will connect to. Then we got number 3. This line sets the username that will be used to connect to the database. Number 4 is the password that will be used to connect to the database. 5. This line sets the Hibernate property hibernate.formatSQL to true, which causes Hibernate to format the SQL statements it generates for easier reading and debugging. Note, these settings are just an example and you should modify them to match your specific database and connection information. In particular, you should use a secure password for the database connection. Alright, while we're at it, that's a huge ass line. Okay, so this line, Spring autoconfigure exclude, all this other stuff, in the application.properties file, is used to exclude certain auto configurations, which, I don't know why I said which, from being applied to your Spring Boot application. Spring Boot provides a lot of default configurations for common use cases, such as connecting to a database and using JPA for data access. However, in some cases you might want to have more control over the configuration of these components, or you might want to use a different data source or persistence technology. The Spring autoconfigure exclude property allows you to exclude certain auto configurations by specifying, I don't know why I say specifically, by specifying the fully qualified class names why did I say 4? Man, my reading sucks. It's like as I get older, I get dumber. Of the auto configuration classes that you want to exclude. In this case, the line is excluding the data source auto configuration and Hibernate JPA auto configuration classes, which are responsible for automatically configuring a data source and a JPA entity manager, respectively. By excluding the classes, you are telling Spring Boot not to apply the default configurations for these components, and you will need to provide your own configuration. Note, excluding these auto configurations should only be done if you have a good understanding of the components involved and you know what you're doing. If you're unsure, it's usually better to let Spring Boot handle the configuration for you. The only reason why we have that line in there is because when we go to start our application, just by default everything, the program crashes. So we need that line in there for now to prevent that crash from happening. Jesus, man. Okay, I think I know what's going on. So I'm going through the set Windows configuration parameters for this machine. And when I test the settings, it fails. But then when I go to where I think it is, the correct pathway, then it passes. So I need to figure out a way to reset up this entire configuration. And I think I know how to do it real quick. So I'm gonna fuck around with it. that's what I thought.
So we got that there. But it looks like it's pointing to a completely different area. Why is there, okay, a server under my, what? No. Here. Okay. See, does this work? Fuck no. Alright. Trying something else here. Oh, what's going on? You see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Can I change? So testing this connection here, that fails. So I'm currently testing this, but I'm trying to get it to where I can change, see if I can figure out how to change this path. If I can figure out how to change that. Yeah, if I can just change that, I might be able to fix this. Yeah, I'll just have to fuck with that later. I'll probably just uninstall the entire thing and yeah. We'll just move on to actual coding stuff now. So, see, next create a new Java class named user to map with the corresponding users table. Not yet created in the database with the following code. See, what do we got here? So it wants us to create the ID, email, password, first and last name. Okay. But we're not just going to throw these out here. We're actually going to create all these through test. So let me close out this workbench. Alright, so I have one of my older programs up that I wrote so I could copy my tests. Oh boy. Okay. See, under test. for each. Let's see, public void setup. New user. It's under test.
Oh shit! It filled that out. Damn. I don't think I've ever seen it do that before. Okay.
And then we're gonna do the add test.
Public void to damn. Holy shit. It's like I've excited to hit all these weird ass keys on my keyboard now. What am I doing?
See, it's like I can't even. Alright, should instantiate a user class. Let's see, assert not no under test. Alright, what we got here? You know what? I gotta figure out which ones these are. It's probably gonna be this one. So import. Maybe it's this one. No. Not this one. This one. Hey, there we go. It's that one. So now, this is going to say that the provided user, it's all rented out. So it wants us to create the method, but we're not creating a method. We're going to create an actual class. So, we're going to go over here to this option, create class user. Oh, damn, it even has a create DTO portion too. We'll have to experiment with that. Now I'm going to have to figure out exactly how the hell I'm going to do this. What in the hell are all these options? Yeah, not looking to do that. Okay, here we go. See, we don't want it to be in the test. We don't want it to be in the same root folder. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. Did it create that up here? Yep, here it is. Awesome. Although that's supposed to be in here, not in its own. Close enough. Refactor. There we go. You know what? I don't know why that's still showing being all funny, but hey. I get it. Oh, so that's actually wanting to import actual. Okay. So we're not looking to import a class. That's why it was showing us there's 3 options. because we have to make sure that this matches this. So it has to be source, test for main, Java, model, user. Two. Now why does this show this still? Why does it want me to create that? You know what? There. That was the one that was supposed to. Okay. Let me show what I did. See. This was the one we needed. Both the options it provided, it wasn't giving it to us. Bastards. So. Yeah. And if we run this test, it should pass, because now the class is created. That sure is taking its sweet ass time, with it being just the user class. Good God. Yeah, looks like stocks are taking a dip today. Alright, we're gonna bring this over here as well. And we'll put this down here. So we got packages set up. Now we're gonna start the user DTO. So, what is this initial setup? So we'll go ahead and mark that off. So, see here. We're gonna go ahead and start a user class. Hey, so we can pop it up here. Sweet. Okay. So create user class. Let's see. Now we need long ID. String email. Can't spell fucking string for shit. Wow. Fire. Okay. So we're gonna put this as a question, just because I want to test out that functionality. But label this as user.java, because we're also gonna go in the user DTO class. And it's essentially gonna have the exact same shit. Okay. So now, whoops. So now we're gonna go to ChatGPT, since this is what I want to do at the same time, like using it hand in hand. Okay, I just created a user class, a unit testing. So far, only the class file has been created. This user class is for a user login. See, what are some tests that we can run
for the user class. Oh, what the hell? Is it down? I guess I should spell it through right now. So here are some tests that you can write for your user class. Test for successful creation of a user object. This test will verify that you can create a user object with valid input. Test for invalid inputs. Test for equality. Test for hashing. Holy shit. I haven't even gotten into all that shit yet. It's already like, hey, test for these. I'm just like, I just want to test the user class. Okay, that's more like it. Okay. So we will go ahead and write these down too, maybe? Yeah, we'll go to the Trello board and add these to the possible test. So, let's see. Let's see if we can write all these down. You know, we're just going to create a different checklist. And call user unit tests. So now we're going to test for invalid email. No, we're going to just copy and paste this entire section in there. Yes, Tara. Test for invalid password. Test for getters and setters. This test will verify that you can get and set the values of the email password. See, there's something simple finally. There we go. We're going to put that the first one. Test for equality. Okay, that's interesting. Oh my god, you big baby, come here. Ooh, I just felt the temperature drop. Okay. Yep, I know. Alright. Now we're going to go back over here to our example. Let's see here. I guess that would be part of the test for invalid inputs, right? Yeah. I guess these could be one and the same. Hold on. Okay, that's what I thought. So number one is basically testing the constructor, and test number 4 is testing out pretty much the getters and setters. Ow, Tara, why you bite me for, you little shit? you show me an example of all 6 tests right now? Here's an example of how you might write the 6 tests in JUnit, a popular testing framework. Ah. This is so cool. So it's basically gonna go ahead and show me all these for me. Okay. This is pretty cool. I'll admit, this is pretty cool. I'm actually gonna make test number 4 and test number 2. This is this equality one. Like, this is so interesting. These are so cool. All right. So this is. I'm actually gonna. We're gonna go for this. Copy code. Paste. Okay. No, that's test. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's testing the constructor. So we're gonna need to. You stink. Did you just fart? Seriously, what the hell, Terry? What have you been eating? Is this food of yours making you gassy? Oh, you gotta get off my lap. Nope, nope, get off my lap. Oh my god. Nope, I ain't dealing with that. Okay. You know what? I want to save these as well. So let's go ahead. Copy these. Put them here on this clipboard. And yeah, so test 1 for getters and setters, test 2 for creation, tabby to constructor. It actually gave me something. That's not what I wanted, but okay. So okay. Then we'll test invalid email password. So I don't want us to get too ahead of ourselves. Because we're going to go through these one at a time. You know what? That's actually a very good suggestion. And we'll test for that too. So we're going to take this. Oh, wait, you know what?
looks like. You know what? Yeah, we'll take this because we're gonna do first name, last name, password, then email. We're gonna paste it again, but rename it to last name. Sweet. Although, I don't know if we will technically need it. But yeah, okay. We'll keep these examples here. I'm just gonna screenshot that entire block. So I don't know if I would need to test for that or not. Because I don't know where I would want to, like, they're not gonna be using their first name and last name for the user login. Not even to like reset passwords or anything. Oh yeah, I guess we could do it for this week. Can that be empty? Can that be empty? You know what? Yeah. Yeah, we will. Oh, it's actually using try catches for those, ain't it? Oh shit. Okay. So you know what? Yeah, we'll do it this way. That's for first name. What invalid first name? Nah, that's just repeating that. I'm just trying to like see this. Verifying is not empty. Perfect. Okay. first name, last name, invalid email, password.
This equality thing. I don't really understand it, but it makes, well, actually, I don't know why that would make sense, because why would there be two separate ones with the exact same information and the exact same email? Well, I want the actual test. Mm. Shit, it's gonna write it all out as one giant, isn't it? Yep. We'll let it do its thing. I kind of understand the whole equality thing. Although, it's testing valid email, valid password, testing equality. now explain what the equals, hash code, and toString are in detail. Nice. Guys, let me know if this chat box right here makes it a little difficult to actually tell what's going on. I know it's like, boom, all this, and then there's like this giant darkened rectangle. I know that bugs some people sometimes. Let's see. In the context of the User.java file, the equals, hash code, and toString methods are important because they provide fundamental functionality for the user object. The equals method is needed in the User.java file to ensure that two user objects are considered equal only if they have the same attributes, such as email, password, first and last name. Without an equals method, it would be difficult to determine if two user objects are equal, as the default implementation of equals only compares object references, not object values. The hash code method is needed in the user file to support the efficient storage and retrieval of user objects and collections, such as sets or maps. The hash code method generates a numerical representation of the user object, which can be used to quickly compare user objects for equality. The toString method is needed in the User.java file to provide a human-readable representation of the user object. The toString method is often used for debugging and printing user objects to the console and provides a convenient way to see the values of the user's attributes. In summary, the equals, hash code, and toString methods are important in the Java the user file because they provide the basic functionality for the object to be used. Okay. Let's see, so if the hash code supports the efficient storage and retrieval of user objects and collections, and we currently do not have any collections, then is that hash code needed? I'm assuming yes because of the IDs itself. Ah, okay. 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 I understand that now. We'll keep it. Let's see, these tests. So we're gonna copy both of these. You know what? No, we're just gonna copy one. Space it out. Bam. I'm gonna go here, copy this one.
Oh, that's so cool.
So this is showing that if the first name does not match any of these characters here, so it's lowercase a through z, capital or uppercase a through z, or this apostrophe, then it's not allowed, and it will throw an exception. So if someone's trying to say like, um, well, Billy Bob 23, then it's not going to allow the numbers. But this isn't going to be for usernames. This is just going to be for like first and last names. Okay. To do is the same thing it's doing for the first and last name with setting the regex, but also including numbers as well, because people like to use numbers for the username as well, like Billy Bob 23. However, this time we're not going to allow the apostrophe or any type of special character. all these tests and start writing it out. What? No. We're actually not going to do that one. Blue void. Test invalid. Username. Special charge. We also need to come up here. Then we're going to do expected equals. Bam. Okay. Now, oh my god. We need to create method. Oh. Wait. Yeah, so we're probably going to have to comment that out for now. Well, we'll comment out everything, but as we go through these one at a time. Okay, let's see what we got next. Yeah, that's kind of redundant. Okay. Alright, so now yep. Public void. pretty sure that's all we're going to need to test for. Let's go ahead and move this over here. Bring this down some. Pancake squash that sucker. Okay. We're going to make sure these tests match these tests. So we know exactly what order we're going in. We're going to be testing our getters and setters. So I'm basically planning on writing out all the getters and setters all out at once in one test. Or maybe I should do these two last. This is testing for all the getters and setters, and this is testing for the actual user creation itself. Ooh, that's a good question, ain't it? Okay, let's go ahead and ask. Oh, it's going to test out all illegal stuff, and okay, not illegal stuff, but all the one by one by one. So I'm wondering if, for these negative test cases, if there's a just cause and actually like justifying and having these tests. So ChatGPT says, in response to for the negative test cases, there really any use in having them? What would be a just cause for having these test cases? It states, yes, there is a use for having negative test cases. Negative test cases are important to validate the behavior of the system under certain conditions that are not expected to occur in normal scenarios. Or no, it's actually not. Hey. Wait, so what did it have for? Wait, it only stated to test for getters and setters. Oh yeah, that would be this one right here. Hmm. So maybe I should put the test for getters and setters at the very end of all the, like right before equality, at the end of password. No, because that's creating them all at once, and then we can go through and test for each and one individual. I mean, that's just testing the validity of it. Oh, right. Let's see here. Let me check something else. There's testing for invalids. Let's see, equality. Yeah, see, this here's only testing for the validity of it, so it is valid. It is invalid. Is what? Oh, assert true, assert false. I was gonna say that was confusing the shit out of me just now. Because I was gonna say, hold on, hold on. Oh God. Okay. It was the assertness of them. Gotcha. Okay. And then now, if we test for invalid getters and setters. Okay, sweet. Okay. Got it. I know what I'm gonna do. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe we should actually set this
And here with these. Okay, so we got valid username, invalid username. Okay, what was I doing? Get his first name, his username. Oh, that's already here. What the hell? How about email? Test invalid email. Wait, hold on. I am confusing the shit out of myself right now. Oh yeah, I do want to test for these too. Same thing with this last name one. Wait, was that the shit? Good God, man. I'm so unorganized.
Let's see here. It's one for password too, right? Yep, there it is right here. Okay. Test cases for role. We haven't even gotten to roles yet. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing roles because they'll just be everybody else. And I'm not even sure at this point if roles will even be needed. Okay. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and start creating all of our getters and setters. Oh, no, not yet. I want to make sure all the unit tests are over here. Everything matches. Okay. So, test getters and setters. Yeah, it's supposed to be half for that, ain't it? Test value user creation. Okay. Test invalid user creation. Then we're going to have, let's see, test valid username. Oh shit, I wrote that wrong thing, didn't I? I don't know why I keep capitalizing the site for. See, test valid first name. I know exactly where I just wrote that. seem like they could be the exact same damn thing. Not empty, blank. Oh, I'm gonna get a coach here for what the fuck? Okay, email. So we have. Right, make sure that. And verifies that the exception mission. Expected. I'm just gonna copy that. Okay, that's actually pretty smart. Probably gonna be the same thing, but I wanted to write out so I can just copy and paste it. Well, write out the reasoning. Hash code. Let me find that information about hash code again. Let's see here. Damn it. I meant to put that here. All right. Now we have all of our tests situated. Now we can go ahead and get started. Okay, testing for getters and setters. You know, I'm actually just going to use this. But, in a sense, we're going to rearrange it. Because I kind of want it to be username. You know? Maybe we will just go username, email, password, first and last name. I mean, y'all have to go through here and redo all the organization again, but... Nah. We'll go username, first name, last name. Cert equals. Oh, it's gonna write it all out for me. Shit. It stopped that last name. Oh, probably because it doesn't recognize it as an email. Oh, you did recognize that email. You motherfucker. Okay. So we're doing assert equals import static method. Yo, which one is it though? I don't think it's gonna be any of these. Sky Screamer. What the hell kind of name is that? None of those work, do they? I doubt it. See, that's not the one I was expecting that was gonna show up and work. I thought it was gonna be this one right here. You know what? Let me go over here and let's ask. So what is the difference between these two imported static methods? What is the complete definition? The first import statement is importing the assert equals method from the JUnit Jupyter assertions class, which is part of JUnit 5, a Java testing framework. This method is used for comparing the expected and actual values of a test case and throwing an error if they are not equal. The second import statement is importing the assert equals method from the .org Spring Framework test utility asserts and errors class, which is a part of the Spring Framework, a popular Java framework for building applications. This method is used for comparing the expected and actual values of test cases and throwing an error if they are not equal. In summary, both methods are used for testing the equality of expected and actual values, but they belong to different Java frameworks and have slightly different implementations. Okay. Well, since this one didn't pop up, and that one did, we'll go with that one for now. Okay. So we need our getter for a username. Boop. Alright. Get a variable. We don't want it right there. And haha. Okay. What do you mean there's one problem? Oh. So what we're doing now is I'm going ahead and having these auto create all these methods over here for me. And we'll go ahead and start creating all the return types one by one. No. Yeah, that's how you're going to be. All these are strings. Nice. Perfect. Oops. Shit. Why is this way the hell over here though? Okay. There you go. Alright. What's our problem? Save. Oh, it wanted me to do it here, huh? Okay, so if we delete this one, and then come over here, copy, paste, exactly what the fuck I thought. Why wouldn't you allow me to, not want me to create the constructor? Okay. First name, last name, email. Well, I like how it has password. Oh, shit. Oh, my back. They want us to do it all there, too. We'll ignore that for now. Oh. Create. Okay. We're going to create all these. Let's over here real quick so we can correct all these errors. Yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of wrong information. Now we're going to do assert equals. Oops. Okay. So we got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's screaming at me to fix this shit. Which we're gonna do. No. We already have our constructor. It's actually right here. I'm just gonna fix it up here. So what we're technically going to do next is recreate everything right here. So we're gonna come here, copy all of these, paste them here. Then we're gonna go private. So what is it? Static. Final. String. Username. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use my name for this. Oh wait, no, this is username. What is it? 2023. So we'll do Will 2023. We got first name. Shit. There's a reason why I'm doing all this. Wow, I can't. I just can't today, man. It actually knew my last name. Okay, stream. Swear to God, if it pops up knowing my goddamn. Let's see, what can we do for email? now that we got this actually defined all out up here, we can probably just change this to match these up here. So how can I do this real quick? Oh, I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. So now we got rid of that one whole line. And then this under test represents right here our new user, and it's all going to be defined up here at the top. So now when we go run our test, instead of typing everything out over and over again, all I would have to do is just reference under test, and then it'd already be defined. So if we need to change anything, make sure to compare it to anything. Oh my god, I feel like my eyes, my nose was starting to get runny, and my damn eyeballs like starting to water. Okay, so one thing to do. Let's run our tests. See what's going to happen. Alright, so we got failure. It says expected username but was null. I can already have a feeling on why that was, and that's most likely going to be because of all of our damn tests. Well, setters, not tests. Damn, now I can't think straight. What the fuck? Same thing with our constructor. Okay. So now I want to reference it to here because it says something about setters as well. Shit. Same thing here. Email. Then we got our password. Alright. Now let's run our test and see what happens now. Still. So it says expected username, actual will 2023. So we're getting somewhere. It shows that the actual was this. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it shows the information here is what we wanted it to equal to. I just forgot to change it down here. Which is good because now we know that if we expected it to be here, but we actually have it set to here, that's nice. Because look, okay, so if I just change this, it's now going to fail because not because of the username, but because of the first name. See, John and William. So we'll go ahead and just update these real quick. Now when we try to run this test, it should pass. There we go. Then if we run all tests, there, now we got everything passed. Whew. And that was just to write out all of our getters and setters in our constructor. Now we'll go over here and Nope, not that one. Right here and check that off for testing for getters and setters. So now what we'll do is test for the user creation. Well, test for a valid user creation. So here, we could probably just do this. Assert, not null, under test. That should pass. Yep. So the reason why this passed was because it went off of this right here for the new user. Username, first, last, email, and password. We already have everything defined. So I'd be like, if we would have rewrote all that out, it'd been pointless. We would have just done assert not null under test. Because this is essentially what it is. So we got right here at the top, user under test, which would be these right here. But then we break it down to this little setup right here, which is under test equals new user. So under test equals new user with all the fields filled in. Okay. Why did my watch just say workout complete? What? Wait. Was I in here? Oh yeah. And the only reason why this is taking so long to write this out, because yeah, I could just go and just start writing all this out, is because I want to make sure that there's unit tests for everything that we're doing. And these are all the unit tests for, with the help of ChatGPT. I don't think I've seen half this shit before. So this is where we're going with it. So now next test we're gonna test for is give it invalid user details when creating user and throw exception. Now, how's that actually gonna work out with certain things? We're gonna find out. So that'd be this one right here. Let's go ahead and uncomment these. And it states exception dot expect exception expect message invalid email address. Let's just go with the ChatGPT example shows us. Whew. Let's see if we can get away with doing under test again. All right. What's going on here? Oh. Well. Okay. So let's go to ChatGPT and let's see what this states. There's double quotes right there. There's also double quotes here. Oh, okay. Oh shit. I just learned something new. Damn, I have to do all those booleans too? Holy shit. I gotta show my brother this. Look, let's be honest. If I would have went to Google for this, It probably would have taken me a long ass time to find the answers, even longer, if I'm being real honest. So I'm thinking as I was taking these screenshots and sending them to my brother, that once I start to write these all out, then it's going to start to walk through all these other tests. So we won't do those booleans yet unless it's forcing me to. Which I have a feeling it will. So we're going to go up here. If not, holy shit, is valid username, throw a new illegal argument, valid username. Damn. Okay. Yep, and it's going to force the creation of it. Holy shit. I'm sending screenshots to my brother on this because this is just awesome. There's so much time that's being saved. Shit. God. I'm only laughing because I'm actually excited. I'm excited for this. Wow. I've technically learned just so much right now. Oh my god. I know. this says username. I need to change it to first name and last name, etc., etc. But it's like, come on. Yes, Tara. What, Tara? Come here, Tara. Here's my cat, Tara. For anybody who hasn't seen her before, she likes to bug the shit out of me. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT. Ooh, you just about fell off my lap, didn't you? So we have illegal argument exceptions right here, but nothing's still happening. Ooh, I like this one. That's pretty cool. You know, maybe since this is a static final, we should throw it up at the top. Let's see why this fails. Okay. So I'm curious with this email regex, with the examples that it provides, it looks like it's allowing lowercase, uppercase, numerical numbers, almost every special character. Damn. Sweet. Let's see. Email does not equal null and matcher that matches. Oh, okay, I understand. So this would be like freakebo23 at google.com. Okay, so let's try that. mouth and I had to sneeze there for a second. Well, I'm not using JUnit 4. I'm using JUnit 5. Oh, I guess I should have finished reading. So, looks like the exception object you are using in your test method is not declared or imported. In JUnit 4, you would use expected exceptions annotation to declare to declare expected exceptions. Wow, that just really messed with my head. It looks like the exception object. God, I can't English. I swear to God. It looks like the exception object you are using in your test method is not declared or imported. In JUnit 4,
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain.
all right, guys. And now that we got that test pass, which I'm so glad that that worked. So glad that it worked. So makes me kind of wonder if we need to add that throws exception annotation or addition up here, like how some of these are. Or maybe that's what I was missing. Oh, it went ahead and just updated it to all the Jupyter assertions. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad because I couldn't figure out how the hell were those expected not going away or exceptions not going away. You know, I'm kind of curious. Let me comment this out real quick. And what if I did this again? What if we would have just added in that exception stuff? No, no. I didn't want that. Yeah, so yeah, I would say
Not bad. We got some things done. We got these exceptions created for here. We got these figured out. Email format. I would say that was a pretty good progress today. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and see where's my check mark. Test invalid user creation. That's what we just did, correct? Yeah. Invalid user details. Let's make these similar. Giver invalid. And we'll go ahead and check that off. All right. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to switch over to video games so I can at least play games for at least an hour before I have to go pick up my wife from work. So now that that last test passed, let's go ahead and run all of our tests. Make sure all tests still pass. Sweet.